Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, World Illuminator 11. And if you're checking it out for the first time, a warm welcome. I hope you're having a great Thursday. And today I just want to talk about patience. And the reason why I do is because I went out to the park earlier and I was standing by the lake, facing the sun, and it's quite windy. So it was really nice to sort of take in the sun. And I had my eyes closed, listening to all the different sounds that were going on around me, the birds playing in the water, the whooshing of the leaves on the trees, the dogs barking in the distance, people talking as well in the distance, and just birds singing. And it was just really nice to sort of take in all these sounds around me. And then I also quieted my mind and I asked the angels, I said, what shall I talk about today on my video? And it came, and patience came out quite loud and clear. And I thought, well, patience is a big one for the divine feminine. It comes as a lesson on the twin flame journey, and the reason what we learn as a divine feminine, you learn to patience is because you realized, or you learn that you were never in control anyway. And it's about knowing that there's a bigger power up there. And so it's about learning that I found that there are three types. You learn to be patient with yourself, because you start learning things about yourself, you start to heal your life, and healing takes time. So you have to be patient. You have to really go deep and work on the different parts of yourself and get to know yourself, and all that takes time, and it calls in for patience. And you might start learning a new skill when you go on your spiritual journey, because you might find that something that you've been doing all this time no longer serves you, and you want to do something else. And so you start to learn a new skill, and to study maybe even, and that takes time. So it's about having that patience with yourself. Then there's a patience that your divine masculine teaches you, your divine counterpart teaches you, because you realize that you can't actually rush this journey. You can't make somebody do what you want them to do at that time. So at whatever time, and you learn to be patient as a divine feminine, your divine masculine, by not being in touch, or by concentrating on their own healing. They teach you to be patient, with them. And then there is also patience because of divine timing, and that teaches you that you were never in control anyway. I talk about myself. I always used to be the sort of person who really wanted to do so many things all the time, and I was quite impatient. I'm always rushing around, always wanting to do loads of things, always wanting things to happen the way I wanted things to happen, and the time that I wanted things to happen. But this, the twin flame journey just teaches you to breathe, and to realize that you have to be patient. Everything happens at the time that it is meant to happen, and that there's a bigger power up there, the divine, the universe, sort of letting you know that everything happens in divine timing. And also it's about you realizing that everything, it takes time for your dreams to manifest, the things that you really want to happen, for your life. The universe is reminding you that you have to let go and trust in the universe, and realize that it takes time for all the good things that you truly want to happen, for them to sort of be sorted out, to work out in the way you would love them to be, and for them to then even be way bigger than the sort of dreams that you have within yourself. So it takes time. It's about learning to just let go and trust, and it's really patience as well, sort of works with the things that I was saying on my video yesterday, which is about trust, faith, and believing. And with patience, you learn to trust in the signs and the synchronicities that you receive. Even if you might not really know, you might not see the results yet, but you have to believe in the signs that you're seeing. You have to believe in the messages that you're hearing. You have to believe in yourself. You have to trust in your own intuition, to trust in how you feel inside. So it really teaches you, patience really teaches you to have that trust, to have that trust in the universe, to trust in the angels, to trust in yourself, to believe in yourself, to believe in the journey itself, and also to believe in your divine masculine, because they are doing their work and without you knowing what they're doing. So you have to truly believe in them, you have to believe in yourself, to trust in yourself, to trust in them, and you have to also have faith. And that is having faith in the universe, having faith in the journey, and knowing that the universe is working for you rather than against you, and is working with you on this journey, and it's giving you the time to learn to know who you are, to have that patience, so that you learn to know who you are, and you learn to heal yourself, and you also let your counterparts have that time to heal themselves, because everything happens in divine timing for the highest good. So it really teaches you those three parts of patience teaches you those three things, but it also teaches you about unconditional love, because when you are patient, you're actually taking off conditions from the journey. Because if you're impatient, you want things to happen a certain way at a certain time, then that's putting conditions on this sacred journey, which is basically about unconditional love. So patience also teaches you to be patient as to love unconditionally as a divine feminine. So it is a very important lesson for divine feminines to learn on the twin flame journey, and it's one of the lessons that you tend to have to learn, because you can't rush anything on this journey. You just have to realize that you were never in control anyway, and you just have to go with the flow and let go and trust and believe in the signs and in the universe, basically. So on my way back from my walk, I also thought, so I know the sort of the definition of patience, but what does it actually then mean for the divine feminine? For a divine feminine, and I came up with these words that I've written down here, and I hope you can see them, but I'll put them as well on in the discussion on the discussion page. But I put it down as patience. So it's patience going across, and it's basically positively acting towards interesting, enriching, nurturing, caring endeavors. So I'll repeat that. Positively acting towards interesting, enriching, nurturing, caring endeavors. So what that means, I thought about it, and I was like, this is what it truly means for the divine feminine, because we, as a divine feminine, you are being, when you start on your twin flame journey, you are moving away from all the negativity and from being negative and in all sorts of different ways, moving away from the fear and moving to being more on the focusing more on positivity. So you're positively acting, and it's about, you might go through, when you go through separation as a divine feminine, you'll probably go through the tough time, the pain and everything that goes on in the overthinking, the worries, and the depression and all the stuff that goes on. But then you then have to pick yourself up, and you start positively acting towards self-love. You start learning that you have to love yourself, so you start positively acting towards self-love, for instance. But then I've got here positively acting towards interesting, enriching, nurturing, caring endeavors. So by interesting, I'm going to give myself as an example. So I moved on from the tough times, and being in negativity, and I positively started acting towards interesting, enriching. So for those two words, interesting. So I'll take this doing this YouTube channel, for example. I find this interesting. I find it enriching as well, to be able, it lifts me up inside to be able to share my experiences and my knowledge, and the things that I've learned as well with other people. So I find it interesting, and it uplifts me, and it's enriching, because it by talking about patience like this as well, I'm actually teaching myself. So it's enriching to me and to the other person on the receiving end. And then so it's positively acting towards interesting, enriching, nurturing, caring endeavors. So nurturing and caring, as divine feminines, we are naturally nurturing and caring beings. And so by moving on to, so my job is in finance, but I sort of moved on to doing to and I'm doing this as well, and sort of something that is about helping other people by sharing my experiences, by sharing what I've learned. I am sort of giving out my knowledge, and I am in a way nurturing and caring. And part of our soul missions as divine feminines is to move towards service. And this is a service. It's like I'm moving towards being nurturing and caring to other people by providing my experience and by talking about my experience and passing on my knowledge as well. So I'm stepping into that part of the divine feminine, the nurturing and caring by helping other people. And then endeavors on at the end is about attempting to reach your goals, whatever those goals may be. And for me, I've always wanted to be the sort of person who would help others in some other way. And my job in finance does not actually help me in that sense. So I've sort of reached by doing this channel, for example, and talking about my experiences and my knowledge. I am actually sort of reaching that goal, which is my endeavor, which is my attempt to actually reach my goal, which is to help other people. So in a way, I thought this is a really good definition of patience for the divine feminine, because it moves you to positively start working on yourself and giving yourself that self-love, which is interesting and enriching, because you start learning so much about yourself. And then you start being nurturing and caring towards yourself, but you're also nurturing and caring towards this journey, because you're the nurturer in this journey. You're also nurturing and caring by working on doing something that lightens you up inside, but also helps other people. So you're nurturing and caring by moving into doing something like this. And then it's going for your goals, and it's about your endeavors, the things that you would want to do in your life, maybe the things that you never actually managed to do before. But by learning patience from this twin flame journey as a divine feminine, you start moving on to those endeavors, you start doing those goals, as I have started doing my blog and also doing this channel to help other people. So I thought it was a really good way to define patience for the divine feminine. So I'll repeat that again. So as a divine feminine, patience is teaching you to positively start acting towards interesting, enriching, nurturing, caring endeavors of whatever those endeavors may be within you, whatever your goals may be. So patience is good for us as divine feminines, because it helps us to take a deep breath, to take a step back and start thinking about our lives, thinking about what it is that you want to do with your life. And then because of that time where you have that patience whilst things are being worked out through divine timing, on this journey, you are also working towards your endeavors. So I hope that really helps, guys. And so do realize that that patience in a way has an enriching part to it for you as a divine feminine. And so I'll put that in the description, in the discussion. So have a great day, guys. I hope you have a good day, and remember that patience is working for you and is working to help you to get to where you want to go in the most positive way, and for you to be full of unconditional love. I hope you have a great day. Love, peace, positivity, and light to you.